everyone, this is a Gojira 04 tutorial. To my knowledge, there is no such thing on YouTube. I decided to help you out. I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. Before I get started, I'd like to say that this song isn't really that hard. I mean, if you play guitar for like more than half a year, I think you can make it. If you really want to learn this song and you're a total beginner, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm gonna make this video a few segments. First is gonna be the tutorial. This is introduction. I'll just try to put everything in this tutorial. There's a whole discussion about the song, that the song is played by the bass, and there's the other side that thinks that it's played by the guitar. Personally, I think that in the recording I can hear the guitar. At first I thought it was bass, but after some time I just figured out that I can hear some of the guitar tones in this song. The first thing you want to do, you want to make sure that this knob is in the middle or on the rhythm settings. And on the equalizer on your amplifier you want to turn out a lot of bass, because this song is very bass oriented. Okay, so I recorded the whole thing, but I was in a bad tune in the standard. I had that idea that something is wrong, that something doesn't sound right, but I didn't really get it. But okay, never mind, we're here again. The whole song is a hammering on and pulling off, if you didn't notice. So you want to tune down to the D, G, C, F. You don't really need to tune these strings because you're not gonna play on it. The first section is intro, and you want to start with the 12th fret hammer on, and then hammering on with your pinky or ring finger. I have no idea why I learned this song with my pinky, but you're gonna definitely want to play with your ring finger because it's basically stronger and you're gonna fatigue less while playing this song. Going back, the intro is really easy. You can see on the tabs I'm gonna link. They're not super correct, but they are more or less everything you're gonna need for this song, except for the last section with the change I'm gonna show later. Everything you need is basically hammering on the D string, obviously tuned out to the C. And for the whole intro you're gonna more or less play the same thing. You can hear that in the track. And the second segment is the start of the song, and this is where it gets a little bit harder. I get really important advice for you for this section and the rest of the song. Basically, you're gonna need to keep in check what you're playing at the time. You don't want to just mindlessly play all the notes, because there is a strict rhythm which contains hammering on the 12th fret just after you hammered the 8th fret. And you want to keep that in mind, that you're hammering on only if you can keep up with your pinky or ring finger. Okay, and you want to repeat your up and down for like 8 times. Then we go to the third section, which is basically the same thing you played before, but you don't use F string, you use only G and C. And on top of that, you don't hammer on the 8th fret on the G string. You just want to hammer on and pull off, then hammer on the 12th fret and then 8th fret. And you want to repeat that. When you play all these things faster, they are gonna sound a bit different, and you want to catch that sound which is in the recording. And you play that 8 times. Forgot to mention, after we've played 8 times, third section, we want to go back to the main section, played 8 times, and you play that 8 times, then you want to go one step down for that nice harmony, and then when you play it 8 times, you want to go back and play the same thing. In the recording there's a little lick when you come back to the 12th hammering. You want to one time hammer on the G string, and it looks basically like this. You only do this one time, and it sounds really cool. Then you go one step down once again, and then we go to the next section. Okay, so the fourth section contains basically the same thing, but played on the strings down. And in the tabs I'm gonna link, the tabs that I'm gonna link shows that you want to start with and play the same thing, but I figured it out, and you start with the G string to get that little middle up, middle down, middle up, middle down. And this is what this whole section is about. You want to play that obviously 8 times. Then you want to do the same thing you did in the third section, but on the D and G strings, obviously. Then we go with the main riff once again, and then we got the first section, which we're gonna end with. The song literally ends with that hammer on the A string. It sounds incomplete, but it was done on purpose. I'm sure you can end it in the way you want, if you want. So the cover might sound a little bit off because I recorded the guitar with basically from my computer, and the video is doing its own thing, but I hope it will make you see how the song is structured basically. And by the way, I'm sorry for my English, it's my second language, my first language is Polish, so I hope you understand everything, and yeah, that's basically it. Thank you, hope it helped. Oh shit.